Hi, and thank you so much for joining me for today's full body Pilates Super Sculpt. In today's workout, we're not going to be using any equipment, just body weight resistance only to get in a great workout. You're going to be sculpting all your major muscle groups, building tone, strength, and definition throughout the body. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to start off in an all fours position at the top of the mat. I'd like you to position your wrists so they're below your shoulders and the knees are below the hips. We're going to start off by gently pushing the mat away, broadening across the shoulders and lifting through the abdominal wall. From here, we're going to step the right foot back, flexing through the heel, step the left foot back, flexing through the heel, coming into a high plank. Gaze is down on the mat, shoulders are broad, abdominal wall is lifted. Hold it here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, lift those abs, and 1. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, pike the hips up toward the ceiling, coming into downward dog. Let your head hang heavy between your shoulders, flatten out the upper back, and scoop the navel in. Breathing deeply here in through the nose and out through the mouth. From here, we're gonna come forward into our high plank, taking a nice deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we're gonna pike back into downward dog, lifting those hips, stretching through the shoulders. Inhale forward and exhale, lift and draw that navel tightly in toward your spine as you do so. Inhale to come forward, nice broad shoulders, lift through the abdominal wall, and exhale, lift those hips up toward the ceiling. Inhale forward. Exhale, push up and back. Inhale forward, high plank, and exhale, lift and stretch through the spine. So every time you come forward, I want you to really tighten your abdominal wall, creating a nice flat line with the body, shoulders above those wrists. Good. Let's go 4, 3, 2, nice work. And final 1, pike up, then come forward into your plank and hold here, lifting through the abs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now from here, we're going to lower and then push the mat away, coming back into plank and piking up. Coming forward, lower the knees, bend at the elbows, keeping the elbows in close toward the side of the body, push mat away, plank, and lift those hips. Nicely done. Come forward, lower, tricep push-up, pushing mat away, planking, and sending those hips up and back. Nice work. Continue. Lower down, tension on the backs of the arms, high plank, and then stretch it out in downward dog. Good. Push up through the heels of the hands. Nicely done. 3 more. Lower, push up, plank, and lift, scooping in the abs. High plank, and send those hips up and back. Last one. Plank, lower the knees, push up, and hold. Nicely done. Now from here, we're gonna walk the hands a little bit further forward on the mat, but keeping those elbows, wrists, and shoulders in alignment. We're gonna lower the forearms down to the floor, hovering the elbows above the mat, and then push up through the heels of the hands. Lower and lift. Lower and lift, pushing up through the heels of the hands. Scoop the belly in, keep the arms parallel, and focus on the backs of the arms doing the work as you push up through the heels of those hands. Nice work. Gaze is on the mat, core is engaged, spine is in neutral, so we don't want to be arching through the spine. Lowering and lifting for 4, 3, 2, amazing work, and last 1. Now we're gonna come over onto the side body and we're gonna go into a single arm push-up. So I'd like you to position your wrists so it's in line with your shoulder. The chest is nice and open here. We're gonna bend from the elbow and then push up, straightening the arms. the arm and lift, bend and lift. So we're just hovering the elbow above the floor and then we're pushing up and away. Good. Keeping that chest nice and open as we do so. Nicely done. Let's go 5 and 4. Push up through the heel of the hand. 3. Nicely done. 2. Core is engaged. And last one, we're going to come down and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keeping the tension on that arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up. Amazing work. Let's do the other side. So we're going to go into our forearm taps to begin with. So walk those hands out, line up the wrists, the elbows and the shoulders, plug belly in, lower and push up, lower and push up, lower the forearms and push the mat away up through the heels of those hands. Working those triceps. Let's go 6, 5, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Come over onto your side. Right hand is down on the mat. Plugging belly in, opening through the chest, bending at the elbow and pushing up. Bending and pushing up. Nice work. Weight in the heel of the hand. Straightening the arm just for a split second and then bending that elbow and pushing back up for 5, 4, core engaged, 3, keep that chest nice and open, 2, and final 1, we're gonna hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, it burns, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now from here, you can come into a child's pose position and just take a moment to stretch out the shoulders and the spine, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Amazing. Now from here, I'm going to lower down onto the side body with the top leg lined up with the lower leg. I've got my right leg on top here. I'm plugging the belly in toward the spine, pressing my hand down onto the mat for support, picking up those lower legs and hinging from the hip, bringing them forward on the mat. From this position, we're going to go into some leg lifts. So we're going to lift the top leg up and lower, lift and lower. So keep the toes really pointed, keep all the muscles in the legs switched on as you lower and lift that top leg with control. Inhale up, exhale down, lift and lower. So as you come down, I want you to come down with resistance. Really press that leg down toward the bottom leg. Close them and open them. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, nicely done, 2, and 1. We're going to come and hold at shoulder height. Flex the foot. We're going to lift that top leg and lower. Lift and lower. So you're keeping the legs parallel, the hips stacked one on top of the other as you lift that top leg and lower. Lift and lower for 6, 5, belly to spine, shoulders relaxed, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at shoulder height, keep the foot flexed, and we're gonna pulse. Little controlled pulses with that top leg, abs engaged, trying to keep the torso really still and stable as we pump that leg up and down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Lower the leg down. Now we're gonna move into some inner thigh work. You have the option of making a bridge and putting it in front of the leg like so, or behind, whatever's more comfortable for you. I'm gonna hold on to my ankle for support and lift, just hover that lower leg up off the floor. From here, we're gonna go into some circles. So we're gonna circle forward, drawing small circles, about the size of a basketball, maybe a bit smaller, in the air. Good. For 4, 3, squeeze the inner thigh to get that leg up and around, and 1. Pause at the top of the lift and reverse direction with those circles, circling backwards. 8, 7, relax your shoulders, plug your core in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to circle around and hold at the top of that circle, and then we're gonna pulse. Little controlled pulses with that leg. Lifting the inner thigh up toward the ceiling, relaxing the neck. 20 pulses here, last 10, 9, 8, keeping the tension on the inner thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Nicely done. We're gonna switch sides, coming over onto the opposite side with the left leg on top now, supporting the head on the hand or on the outstretched arm, whatever's more comfortable. Pick those legs up and pike, plug navel in, point through the toes, switching on the thigh muscles and the calf muscles as we lift and lower that top leg. Moving down with resistance, coming up with a lot of length. Good, opening and closing those legs. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Let's go 6, 5, 4, point hard through the toes. 3, relaxing shoulders. 2, and 1. Pause, flex the foot. Leg lifts with a flexed foot. Not coming all the way down, just pausing at shoulder height and then picking that leg right back up. Lengthening through the heel. Good. Lifting and lowering with control. For 5, 4, nice long relaxed neck. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here and pulse. Little controlled pulses up and down with that top leg. Keep the leg as straight as possible and keep lengthening through the heel. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Move that top leg either behind or in front like so. Lift the lower leg, switch the inner thigh on, and start circling forwards. Drawing a circle in the air with your big toe, really squeezing the inner thigh to get that lift up and around. 3, 2, and 1. Pause at the top of the lift and reverse directions. Circling back. 8, 7, squeeze the inner thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of the lift and pulse. Little tiny pulses up, really squeezing those inner thigh muscles. Keep pulsing. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Nice work. Now we're going to switch over onto our backs so we can start working the abs. So we've worked our arms, our thighs, and our gluteus medius muscles. Now we're gonna get into the core. So take your arms overhead, palms facing in toward each other, feet are flat on the floor, hip distance apart. Inhale here, exhale, peel up into your crunch. Good, inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Bringing the arms by the sides, lifting those shoulder blades up off the floor, and resting head on top of the shoulders. As you look out between your inner thighs, you're breathing out and flattening your abdominal wall down toward your spine. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Reach toward those heels with those fingers. Really peel up nice and high. Engage the core and then roll it back down with control. Nice work. For 3 and 2, lift a bit higher. And final 1, hold it here. Come into tabletop. Lower and curl up. Lower and curl up. If you feel like your low back is really lifting off the mat, you can bring your knees a little closer towards your chest. And if that's still too intense for you, you can put your feet back down on the floor and work through these from the previous position. Good. For 5, lift a little higher. 4, engage the core. 3, nicely done. 2, and final 1. Now from here, I'm going to take my hands behind my head. I'm going to lower, and as I lift, I'm going to squeeze the legs together and extend them. Knees come in, and then we're extending. Knees come in, and we're lifting and extending. Really driving through those toes, stretching the legs and squeezing them together. Now, we want to get a little bit more ab work in here, a deeper crunch. So we're going to bring the knees and the elbows together and then extend. So we're lifting the tailbone up off the floor, crunching and curling into it, working the upper and the middle abs. Nice, and extending the legs between each repetition. Amazing work. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, tapping elbows and knees, challenging yourself by really picking your tailbone up off the floor so you're really crunching deep into those lower abs as well. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down for a moment. Lower your feet. You can just sway your knees from side to side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, from here, we're going to work into those obliques. So we're going to bring the legs up. We're going to extend the legs out long. If this is too much, with both legs extended, you can lower your left foot down to the floor. We're going into a crossover, so we're inhaling. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the right knee in and cross over with the left elbow. Repeat. 9, 8, 7. Press your low back into the mat as you cross over for 6, 5. You're doing great. 4, 3. Abs in. For 2. And final 1. Nicely done. Switching sides, either keeping your right foot lifted or lowering it down to the mat. We're crossing over. Right elbow to left knee. 8, 7. I know this is intense, but stick with it. We're really working our obliques so well. For 4, 3. Really lift through that right shoulder. 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lower the legs a couple of inches and we're going to hold. Curl up. Take your hands by your side and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift a bit higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your legs. Roll over onto your stomach. Take your hands on either side of your shoulder and peel up into a cobra or all the way up onto those hands. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Amazing work. Soften your chest down to the floor. Take your knees nice and wide. Push back into child's pose, stretching and lengthening through the tailbone, lengthening through the spine. For 5, 4, 3, nice deep breaths. 2, and 1. Roll yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me for that quick, intense session. I hope you felt it in all your major muscle groups. I know I did. And I look forward to moving again with you next time. See you soon. Bye.